Hello and welcome to Your Health Reclaimed with DrPND, where we help you reclaim your health with tips, tools, and resources to live your most optimal and vibrant life. Here's your host, DrPND.
Hello and welcome, everyone. This is your host, DrPND, and this is Your Health Reclaimed. Today, on this episode, we are going to talk about how to build a strong immune system foundation naturally, of course. This is going to be a 4-part series, and in every part, which will be a separate episode, we'll go over different aspects and different things to do. So again, we're going to talk about, as we always do, about real health, the kind that starts from the inside out. Well, let's see. How do we build a strong, resilient immune system naturally? Well, if you've ever wondered why you get sick more often than others, or why you get sick in general with the cold and the flu, or why some people seem to bounce back quickly while others stay stuck, this one's for you, because I'm going to go over a lot of those details. We are diving into, how your immune system really works, the root causes that weaken it, and what you can do today to strengthen it for the long haul. Okay, so let's get started. Excuse me. So let's go talk about a little bit of understanding the immune system, beyond the basics. Most people think of the immune system as something that just fights off germs, but that's only a very small part of the story. Your immune system is more like your body's communication network, always scanning, responding, and adapting to keep a balance in your body. So when it's working properly, you don't notice it because you don't have to. You simply feel well. That's the ultimate indication of a good, strong immune system. But when that balance gets broken down, and that's from stress, inflammation, poor nutrition, and many other factors, the immune system can become either overactive or underactive, sluggish. That's when you start to see chronic infections, allergies, sensitivities, fatigue, and also even autoimmune conditions. So here's a big myth I like to clear up. You don't actually want to boost your immune system. You want to support and regulate it. An overactive immune system can cause just as much problem as a weak one. So when people talk about boosting their immune system, that's usually just a general, non-specific term of supporting the immune system and help it to be its best and regulate itself, okay, ultimately. So the key is balance. And that balance begins, first and foremost, in your gut. Depending on statistics, but anywhere from 70 to 80% of the immune system cells in the human being live in our digestive tracts. Okay, so if you're dealing with things like bloating, food sensitivities, allergies, constipation, diarrhea, or alternating like IBS, any kind of digestive issue, that's it. And these are chronic issues, not just a one-time deal. These are good signs the immune system may be off as well. So a strong immune system foundation starts with reducing inflammation, feeding the gut properly, and removing daily stressors that keep your body in constant defense mode. Okay. Nutrition. That really feeds your defense system. This is the primary staple of natural health is nutrition. That is the most powerful weapon you have against chronic disease, hands down. Okay, nothing else will do as much to protect you as high quality, nutrient dense, bio-individual, nutritional intake that your body needs. And when I say your, I mean your specific, needs, whatever that might be. The principles apply to everybody, but what somebody needs exactly, it can vary on many different, cases. So when it comes to immune health, food truly is medicine. Okay, remember the Hippocratic saying, let food be the medicine and medicine be your food. Very true. Every bite either fuels your immune system or burdens it. Simple as that. There's nothing really neutral. So here are some of my go-to nutrients for immune strength and where to find them naturally. Now, obviously, this is a general list. If you have allergies, food sensitivities, or other, digestive issues, that some of those things you cannot ingest, obviously use common sense. But vitamin C, that just everybody knows that. Vitamin C from organic bell peppers, kiwis, and other citrus fruits. It helps your white blood cells function and keeps oxidative stress down. During the winter, oranges and grapefruit, organic oranges and grapefruits, not the juice, but the whole fruit, including that fluffy, soft white part, which is full of rutin. It's a very important bioflavonoid. Eat those on a regular basis, especially during the cold and winter months. That really, really makes a big difference. It's a phenomenal way to get micronutrition, simple and cheap and delicious. Zinc is the other one that is found in pumpkin seeds, seafood, and organic grass-fed pastured eggs. Is vital for immune cell production and repair. Okay. Vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids, things from wild-caught salmon, anchovies, sardines, mackerel, and obviously sunlight. But sunlight, if you live in a northern climate, it's obviously out of the question for most people. But these nutrients calm inflammation and they support immune communication. Vitamin D, I've spoken about this before. If you look at research from clinical research from conventional standpoint, if you look at clinical research from holistic or just experiential research from people that practice natural medicine, any kind of holistic health, you will see over and over and over again how important vitamin D optimization is. And vitamin D is very cheap nowadays. It's accessible to pretty much anyone, and it really can make a massive difference of how strong the immune system is. That is one of the fastest and honestly cheapest ways, aside from nutrition, to be able to really help your immune system, relatively speaking. If nothing else changes, at least optimize your vitamin D. Most physicians, even from your insurance, they will prescribe vitamin D without problem. A vitamin D test, and the vitamin D supplements are inexpensive, and you can get them pretty much anywhere as long as obviously you're getting high quality ones. But vitamin D3 is very, very, very important. And one of the fastest and cheapest, simplest way. You want to aim around, give or take, 80 nanograms per deciliter of vitamin D in your blood. That's a really strong, healthy, optimal level. Some people, if they're dealing with a chronic disease of some kind issue, they'll go up to, even 100 nanograms for extra protection. But for the average person, 70 to 80 is a really good sweet spot to be on there. Now, I do use, and I suggest quite a bit for people to use certain herbals, seasonal herbals, and these make a big difference. One of them is a product called Immunitone Plus. It's made by Designs for Health. It's a clinical nutraceutical company, and that has different preparations in there, all natural herbal preparations. And it's a phenomenal, very easy to use seasonal product to prevent, or drastically reduce the ability for you to be able to get sick from the cold and flu season. If you do get sick, it helps in recovery much faster. But that product is amazing because it helps stimulate healthy immune activity. It promotes normal inflammatory responses. It helps to support a healthy immune response during seasonal immune challenges. And it's a very convenient, comprehensive, clinical grade nutraceutical that it's very easy to ingest on a daily basis. Just a simple, easy way to be able to support yourself. Now, let's also not forget fiber. I know fiber has been talked to death, but good quality fiber, from different sources, fruits and vegetables, obviously, is very important. Fiber feeds the good bacteria in your gut, and those bacteria keep, again, your immune system balanced and responsive. Greens, garlics, onions, flaxseed, chia seeds, fermented foods, especially like kimchi, sauerkraut. All these are great options for high quality fiber, in your daily intake. And it's simple, it's inexpensive, but it's extremely effective. Now, of course, if you have severe digestive issues like inflammatory bowel disease, and you're sensitive to fiber, that's a different story. So you have to be mindful of that. There's different fiber supplements at that point you can use to choose whether it's soluble, insoluble, or kind of a mixed fiber. So you don't aggravate your situation. But again, these are just general principles and general recommendations. All right, so let's talk about the foods that actually work against you. Okay, because a lot of people are really good at taking supplements, including some good foods that are healthy for them, but majority of people don't realize that the big battle is not just what you ingest, but also what you don't ingest. And unfortunately, you can't have your mentality of doing stuff in moderation, or doing I did a one bad thing, I did one good thing, it balances it out, or better yet, I did one bad thing and I did two good things, and therefore I'm net positive of one positive thing. It does not work like that. If you don't remove the offensive foods, you will not get anywhere. I promise you that. Okay. And yes, the supplements can temporarily help, but ultimately, you will succumb to the devastating effect of processed food. So, what are the foods that work against you? Well, refined and ultra refined processed foods, such as sugars, industrial seed oils, like we talked about numerous times, right? Canola, soybean, safflower, sunflower, peanut oil, corn oil, all those, and highly processed snacks, whether it be chips, candy bars, candy, Twinkies, and any other, ultra garbage and metabolic poison that a lot of people unfortunately ingest on a daily basis. All those can and will weaken your immune response by feeding the bad bacteria and driving inflammation, among other things. A lot of people don't realize how dangerous refined sugar is. Yes, people think about diabetes and causing insulin insensitivity or resistance, but a lot of people don't realize that refined sugar, like white table sugar, or let alone high fructose corn syrup, which is the worst, 1 to 2 teaspoons of pure sugar ingested can lower the immune system for over a day. A lot of people don't understand that. Alcohol, the same thing. It will lower the immune system temporarily while the body's clearing it out, which can take up to 16 to 24 hours, depending on the person. So these things have to go because they do damage your system. So if you want to feel better, recover faster, and stay well longer, focus on whole, preferably organic, nutrient-dense, colorful, unprocessed foods. Your immune system will thank you, I guarantee you and promise you. Okay. A lot of people, when they get sick, what happens? Right? They stop drinking, they stop smoking, they'll stop usually processed foods. They'll get like something like a chicken soup or vegetable soup. Why? Because originally a real high quality chicken soup, the way people used to make it, at least, not the garbage that it's in sink cans nowadays usually, is actually a big form of concentrated nutrition, which is made out of the chicken, chicken marrow, chicken bones, the chicken fat. They'll put in some of these, like use the collagenous chicken feet in there, and obviously vegetables. So what you're doing is basically making a decoction of very highly, nutrients that are very highly concentrated, in a form that is very easily digestible and ingestible. Right, soup is easy; you can drink it. Some people can liquefy it. And it's very easy, on the stomach. It's very easy. It doesn't take a lot of energy to digest. And again, it's just a powerhouse of nutrients delivered very fast into your system. So think about that. These are simple things that people just forget. Okay, they'll focus on some kind of super supplements, or they'll hyper focus on something else. It is really the basics and the foundational basics that really are going to make the biggest difference. Okay, and that's one of the biggest things I always want to try to get across. So remember, immune system needs first and foremost nutrition. So stop doing the bad things, start doing the good things. Eat organic, preferably high nutrient dense foods. Now, I always get asked, what supplements do you like and use, with my clients? Well, there's different ones for different purposes depending, but the general supplements that I use for prevention of cold and flu during the season, especially, or to get people better, are a few things like quercetin and nettles, special form of vitamin C, good quality form of zinc, as I said, the immunotone. There's also a product called ADK Veil, which is a concentration of vitamin D3, K1, K2, vitamin E from tocotrienols, which is a very highly absorbable, immune-stimulating form of vitamin E, and also vitamin A retinol. So all these are basically the lipid or the fat-soluble vitamins, which have a lot to do with immunity. But what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description that you guys can click and you can see those exact products that I use. You can usually use them comprehensively. The best thing to do is to start them, when you're feeling well at the beginning of the flu and cold season, and take them for 2 or 3 months, and they'll carry you well over, in advance until the spring. And if you apply those, I promise you that you will not get sick. And if you do, it's going to be something a lot milder than you're used to. And by the way, anybody who goes and shops from my link that I'm going to post on there, anything that you buy regarding that, you will come with a free advice. So if you purchase those supplements for immunity, you can email me and I'll give you exact custom dosing based on your needs if you like. Or you can just use the standard doses. That's fine as well. But just know that. So anyway, in closing, to wrap things up, your immune system isn't weak. It's often just overwhelmed for a lot of other onslaughts, which we'll talk about in those other episodes. So when you reduce inflammation, feed your gut, and bring balance back into your daily routine, you're giving your body the foundation it needs to stay well. In our next episode, we'll take things even deeper. Like I said, we'll talk about lifestyle, stress, sleep, and smart supplementation even further. The other half of the immune system, basically health equation, because there's a lot more to it than that. So if you're ready to uncover what's really going on in your immune system and take a personalized root cause approach, visit us at DrPND.com or reach out to us at anawellness@gmail.com. And before you go, don't forget to follow us on social media for daily health tips and inspiration. Please subscribe to us, this podcast, so you never miss an episode, and share with a friend or family member who's ready to take control of their health. You can find everything you need, including wellness programs, functional testing, and personalized support on our website at DrPND. We also offer free consultations for people to see if that we can help you and how we can do so. So please visit us, DrPND.com. It's DrPND.com. Well, this is it for today's episode. I tried to keep it short, under 20 minutes. And until next time, thank you for listening. And remember, your body was designed to heal itself. It just needs the right support to do so. Until next time, this is Dr. Alex, and I hope you guys have a phenomenal week.
Thank you for your valuable time and for listening to the Your Health Reclaimed podcast with Dr. PND. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and share this episode with a person you know it can help. If we can help you in any way, or you would like to connect with Dr. PND, please visit DrPND.com. That's DrPND.com.